The sun shone brightly over Orlando, Florida, as families poured into SeaWorld for an afternoon of excitement. Children tugged at their parents' hands, eager to see the majestic orcas perform tricks that seemed almost magical. For many visitors, it was a once-in-a-lifetime chance to witness the ocean's giants up close. Behind the scenes, Jessica, a seasoned SeaWorld trainer, was preparing for the show. She had dedicated over a decade of her life to working with orcas. To her, these animals weren't just performers, they were her partners, her companions. Her favorite among them was Tilikum, the largest orca in captivity. At nearly 12,000 pounds, he was a breathtaking mix of beauty and raw power. Jessica often told her colleagues that she trusted him completely. As the show began, the crowd erupted with cheers. Orca soared through the water, splashing delighted children in the front rows. Jessica stepped onto the platform, her headset microphone amplifying her cheerful voice. "Are you ready to see something amazing?" she asked as the crowd shouted back in excitement. The performance built toward its finale. Jessica knelt at the water's edge, signaling for Tilikum to rise. For a moment, the stadium held its breath as the massive whale obeyed, his black and white body glistening in the sunlight. But what happened next silenced the arena in shock. In a sudden and violent move, Tilikum lunged forward, grabbing Jessica and pulling her beneath the water. At first, some spectators thought it was part of the act. But as seconds turned to minutes, the reality became horrifyingly clear. Jessica was not resurfacing. Other trainers rushed in, frantic and helpless, as the enormous whale circled the pool with his trainer trapped. Parents covered their children's eyes, shielding them from the unfolding tragedy. The audience sat frozen, powerless to intervene. When Tilikum finally released her, it was too late. Jessica, the woman who had dedicated her life to caring for these creatures, had been killed by the very animal she loved most. News of the incident spread rapidly across the United States. Headlines declared the tragedy, and soon the debate reignited. Were these intelligent, powerful animals meant to live in tanks for human entertainment? Or was this attack the desperate act of a captive creature who had spent too many years confined? Animal rights activists pointed to Jessica's death as evidence of the risks and the ethical questions surrounding marine parks. Former trainers stepped forward, sharing stories of close calls and suppressed warnings. Documentaries, op-eds, and late-night discussions followed, painting the incident as a turning point in America's view of animal captivity. But for those who knew Jessica, she was more than just a headline. She was remembered as a passionate woman who believed in connecting people with animals, who dedicated her life to a cause she loved. Her tragic end left behind a haunting question that lingers to this day. Was it worth it? Because on that sunny afternoon in Orlando, Florida, the boundary between human and nature was shattered forever, leaving behind a story that would echo far beyond the walls of SeaWorld.